Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of All Things Sports Betting. Let's get into it. So we're going into the Week 14 season of the NFL. Because of course we go into NFL picks, and I think you guys should win some money this week because I like a lot of these matchups. So let's just get right into it. So of course, as always, I am Schmook, and I'm ready to give you guys these picks. And so, just a little heads up before we get into this, I am planning on doing a NFL playoff bracket, and if you want to try to tail that, go for it. I will eventually do a whole playoff breakdown of who I think wins. But instead of a power rankings, I'm just going to say who makes playoffs. Look out for that sometime maybe within the next 2 weeks. Because again, we're getting close to playoffs and it's starting to take shape. So yeah, let's just get right into it. For Thursday Night Football, I don't know if this video will be out before then, but of course, we're going to talk about Thursday Night Football. I like the Steelers. Well, I don't like the Steelers. I don't know why I said that. But, so we have the Steelers and the Vikings. All right, at Vikings. And the spread is, the Vikings are 3-point favorites here. And I like that, honestly. The Vikings are coming off a terrible loss, and of course I'm a Vikings fan, so of course this stuff would happen to me. They're the reason why a lot of my picks didn't hit last week, or my parlays I should say, because the Vikings, they fucked me. They lost to the Lions, which is sad. It is what it is, but I think they have a huge bounce back game here. The Steelers are a competent football team. They're pretty good with one of the best rushing attacks in the league, with one of the best running backs I would say in the league, and he's a rookie. So Najee Harris is a monster, so the Vikings have to get after him. Big Ben isn't that good, so the secondary should be able to play well, and a lot of our starters on the defensive end and linebacker side are playing. All right, so we're going to have Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Michael Pierce, and Dalvin Tomlinson all playing, which should be able to stop the running attack. So if you can stop Najee, you should be able to get after Big Ben, and hopefully after that passing attack. Of course, Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool are both really good. Pat Freiermuth is breaking out as a rookie as well. He's going to be one of the top tight ends in the league eventually. For the Vikings, you have the best wide receiver in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now in Kirk Cousins. And then, of course, one of the best wide receivers in the league being Justin Jefferson. But, of course, Adam Thielen is out and Dalvin Cook is out, so that offense is going to be slower than we'd like. But I think I just don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why I'm picking the Vikings. Like, we don't have Adam Thielen, don't have Dalvin Cook, but I just have a feeling about this one. They can't keep burning me, and they're in must-win now mode. So I'm just going with the Vikings. So next up, we have the Ravens going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Browns are 2.5-point favorites. So I have to say I just like the Ravens more. Like, even though the Browns are 2.5-point favorites, I just like the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a better football team. The Browns, like, they have a good defense, but Baker ain't it. And the Ravens secondary is pretty good, so I feel like there's gonna be a pick or two in for Baker. So I say just take the Ravens with the spread. All right. So next up we have the Jaguars going to Tennessee to take on the Titans. Titans are 8.5-point favorites. Now, if I'm a betting man, which I am, I just don't know. Like, that's a lot of points. The Jags aren't very good though, but I'm not sure if Julio Jones or AJ Brown are playing. I don't think either of them are. No matter what, Derrick Henry's out, but Titans have a good defense. Trevor Lawrence is gonna make mistakes. I just like the Titans. I just like the Titans to win. I don't know about 8.5-point win, but we'll see. So next up, we have the Raiders going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites. Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, screw it. Chiefs are playing at home. They've been playing real well. Their defense is actually playing quite well. But yeah, I think they can beat the Raiders by 10 points. I'll take that. All right, so now we have kind of a bad game. We have the Saints going to New York to take on the Jets. Saints are 5-point favorites. Alvin Kamara should be playing, and Taysom Hill looked pretty good against the Cowboys last week. Besides those picks, but I mean, the Cowboys have a good defense. Jets just aren't that good at all. But I don't know, they're playing a little bit better offensively. But the Saints I still think the Saints have a pretty damn good defense. So I'm going to take the Saints with the spread. All right, next up we have the Dallas Cowboys going to Washington to take on the football team. The Cowboys are 4-point favorites. Now the football team, they've been playing good football, but I think the Cowboys are a much better team, so I'm just going to take that spread any day of the week because 4 points ain't that bad. All right, now we have the Falcons going to Carolina. Carolina is 2.5-point favorites. Cam is playing. They're off a bye week, and the Falcons aren't that good. Cordell Patterson is great, I will say. So he's probably going to get in the end zone if you want to do a player prop. And I would also take Cam Newton rushing in for a touchdown easy. 2.5-point favorites. I like that. I think the Panthers are at home. Cam's played actually decent here with the Panthers this year. And again, you don't have Christian McCaffrey. But you have good wide receivers, so I don't know. The Falcons, I don't know. The Falcons could win this game. I just don't like this game. I wouldn't bet on this game personally, but if you have to, I would take the Panthers spread, but it's close. It's a close one. All right, next up, I think we have an easy one. We have the Seahawks going to Houston to take on the Texans. Seahawks just beat the 49ers with a great game, and the spread is 7.5 points for Seattle. I will hammer that any day of the week. Russ is looking good again. Even though Tyler Lockett, I think, is hurt now, which kind of sucks. But DK Metcalf, I feel like, has to have an explosive game in this one. And I like it. I just like this game for the Seahawks. All right, we have the 1-10-1 Lions going to Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos are 8.5 point favorites, okay? Just hammer that, Broncos, all right? Like, the Lions, they're competitive. They'll usually be able to cover the spread. But, I mean, apparently they're all kind of sick right now. Like, they're all dealing with the flu or something. Like, Jared Goff, like, a lot of the players, like, that are key to the Lions actually winning a game. So, I would just take that Denver spread before it possibly goes up, knowing that most of that team is probably going to be out. Unless you want to wait and see if some of them play. Because if you want to just hammer that, pick the Lions in that spread, I mean, it could go down quite a bit. And it could be a closer game if they're all playing. But it's just up to you. I wouldn't bet on this game. Just because there's some uncertainty there, all right. So next up we have the New York Giants going to LA to take on the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers here. They are 10-point favorites. Wow. I will easily take that though because Daniel Jones is hurt. I don't think he's going to be playing. Saquon should be able to go off because the Chargers don't have a really good run D, but I don't think they'll be able to beat the Chargers. And I think the Chargers can beat them by 10. Alright, so next up we have the 49ers going to Cincinnati, take on the Bengals. San Fran is 1.5 point favorites. I like the Bengals here. Bengals are at home. 49ers just came off a pretty decent loss to the Seahawks. They're a good team. I will say it kind of depends. If Deebo Samuel is playing, then maybe I will pick the 49ers to win this football game. But I like the Bengals. Joe Mixon looks good. Joe Burrow's playing fantastic. Jamar Chase is great. That defense is doing some work. But yeah, I like the Bengals. They're coming off a big loss to the Chargers, so they're gonna have a bounce back game because it's getting close. They could lose it out to the Colts, so they gotta start winning. All right, so we have a good game here. We have the Bills going to Tampa to take on the Bucks. The Bucks are 3.5 point favorites. I love that. I love that a lot because honestly, the Bills I think are pretenders. You know, I don't think Stephon Diggs has looked that good this year. Josh Allen is playing well, not great like last year. It's at home for Tampa. Brady's looking good. I just like the Bucks. I like the Bucks here because they're about to kick into overdrive. I feel to get ready for the playoffs because once they're healthy and they're going like full throttle, they're gonna do some work. All right, so next up we have the Sunday Night Football game. We have the Bears going to the Packers. Packers are 12.5 point favorites. Wow. No matter what Packers win this game, 12.5 points. Wow. They could win by 2 touchdowns. I think they easily could. Yeah. I'll take that spread. I like that a lot actually. All right, and then Monday Night Football, all right? We have the best game of the week. I wish this was Sunday Night Football, but it is what it is. We have Rams-Cardinals, okay? So Cardinals are 2.5 point favorites. I love that, actually. The Cardinals are at home. I think they're the better football team, honestly. The Rams have been which I'm surprised about, but they haven't been fantastic. I mean, they could show up and kick some ass against the Cardinals, but I just don't see it happening. So I would take the Cardinals here. I like it a lot. Kyler's being back and actually playing quite well. Last week was a huge game. Yeah, I guess that's really it, guys. Just make sure to listen to my picks. I could be wrong on most of them. I usually am. Sometimes I do quite well, though, so you never know with each week. It's any given Sunday. You never know who's going to win. Football's the hardest. I think hockey right now might be the easiest thing to bet on if you just know who's good and who's hot. Like with hockey, if you know who's hot right now, it's easy money. But maybe I'll get into that once the football season's done because we have a good amount of hockey left. All right, guys, that's going to do it here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know your favorite teams. Who do you like? Which bet do you like the most, though, this week? Like, who's your lock of the week? That's what I want to know, all right? All right, guys, I will catch y'all really soon. Bye-bye.